What do you do when facts are screaming one thing, but faith is whispering another? When the doctor says it's over, but God says, hold on. This is our T Diaries, and today we are looking at when facts conflict with faith. We are looking at one of the deepest struggles of humans, when undeniable facts meet unshakable faith. Just to cool you down, let me start with the story of Abraham, so we can appreciate this better. You know, when God has already promised Abraham for a son, and that son is tarrying, that promise is tarrying, it's not coming to pass. And then God, when the angels were going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, and because of Abraham's hospitality, he took them in, took care of them. When they were leaving, he said to Abraham, by next year, by this time, you will have conceived and given birth. And you remember that even Sarah was laughing inside him. They asked, why is he laughing and leaving? Why is she laughing and leaving? Sarah has to lie. But that is not the focus here. This is Abraham, who is at old age. Not only is Sarah old, she was also seen as a barren woman. At that age, of which Abraham was about 100 years, then such a promise came. This is an undeniable fact to the extent that Abraham himself is weak. He is an old man. Undeniable fact to the extent that Sarah is weak. He has even overpassed her menopause age. It seems impossible. That was the undeniable fact. But God has also spoken. So now the battle was between Abraham choosing between undeniable facts that what God is promising him is somehow impossible, or believing in God that once God has said it will surely come to pass. Abraham did not deny the fact that she was old. He did not deny the fact that he was weak. He did not deny the fact that his wife is weak. But what he did was that he decided to give faith more weight than facts. Fact is seen, but faith is unseen. Abraham decided to give more weight to the unseen. Because the scripture says we walk by faith, not by sight. This is the undeniable fact and the unshakable faith that I am talking about. I know a lot of people who are going through a lot, considering the circumstances that you are in. All hope seems lost because the evidence is clear. You will lose that job. The evidence is pointing to the fact that this marriage will collapse. The evidence is pointing to the fact that as a cancer patient on chemotherapy, there's no hope for me. The facts and evidence are clear that I don't have the support to complete my education. The facts and the evidences are clear that if care is not taken, you're going to lose your mind. The facts are clear, they are there, they are before you. I am never asking you to deny that facts. No. Don't deny the facts. Let the fact be, but let God dominates. This is not a call to deny facts, but this is a call to know that the authority of God supersedes that of facts and evidences, because fact is found in observation, science, and all the others. What we can see, what we can actually, the tangible things that we can actually feel. Faith seems to be something we cannot see. But sometimes truth says that the unseen sometimes feels better than the seen. Reality says that no, what you can see is what you can actually do something about. What you can see is what you can paint your hope on. But truth says that no, it is not always what you can see. Sometimes what you cannot see has deeper meaning and deeper solutions to your problem. When Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego faced the king, and he said to them, bow to the image so I can spare your life. They did not say, what is fire? We can walk through the fire, nothing will happen to us. No. What they said is that we know this very fire can burn. It has heated. We can even feel the heat. But this is what we're saying. We know our God can save us from this fire. We know our God that we save can save us from this fire. But hey, even if our God does not trust us, we will never bow to your image. They knew the facts. They did not deny the fact that that fire can burn them. But they refused to give more weight to the facts and give more belief to the assurance of God of the unseen. They have not tasted the fire before. They have not been through fire for them to say that you walk through fire and by the grace of God we have walked through. At the end of the day, if it has appeared that surface itself again, you'll be able to overcome it. That is not what actually happened. They have never experienced that before. However, they decided to give more weight to God, and trust me, God delivered them. So reality told them that, have you seen that fire? You won't even get closer to that fire, you will be consumed. This fire has been triggered over 7 times to make sure that whoever steps in it doesn't survive. Have you seen it? It's just about bowing. Just bowing, you want to risk your life. But truth said, the fire can burn, but even though it can burn, it can lose its power to consume. It's different. The fire can burn, that fire can lose its power to consume because someone ordered it to consume, and that same person can order it that even though as it burns, it shouldn't consume. And that is what happened to them. And I'm not here just to motivate you. You know, this is reality versus truth series. And these are some of the truths that we find it very difficult to accept. Truth that the unseen sometimes hold the greater power. So when all facts are there, when doctor says it is over, when God says hold on, what I want you to do is to give more weight to the one that said hold on. Your situation can come to an end. God can free you. Facts is already even killing you before your time. Why do you pay much attention to facts when we can pay much attention to the provisions, the promises, that God has given to you in the scriptures. This is what I want you to do. When facts surface the problem to you, make it seem hopeless that you have no way out, go back to the scripture. Handpicks the promises of God and banter it with facts. And say that even though fire is meant to consume, at the time of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, it lost its power to consume. Even though water had the ability to drown people, to drown human beings, to sink human beings, when Jesus started to walk on water, that water lost its power to drown. When death took hold of Lazarus, even for 4 days, when body can start decaying, truths brought Lazarus back to life. So never be better, never be discouraged. Don't let it about the fact that no, this thing is not. No, just admit that this is the condition you are in. Just admit it. Admit the fact that maybe you are married for 5 years, you have not been able to give birth. So it goes beyond just not getting things right in maybe your menstrual cycle or something. There's something beyond that. Maybe after you've gone to hospital, they've checked a lot, but still the pregnancy is not coming. No, that is the fact. It seems there's a problem. Yes, it's true, there's a problem. But give more weight to the fact that the barren can conceive under the faith that we have in Jesus Christ. Because even let's give those people in the Bible. You yourself can attest to the fact that we have seen people who are married for over 5 years, over 6 years, over 7 years, over 8 years. Yet they have been able to give birth. Why don't you use that hope? Why don't you use it? Yes, you have a cancer. You are on chemotherapy. If Lazarus, who was dead and buried, could come back to life, you think a cancer patient on chemotherapy cannot come back to life? No. You are more even privileged than Lazarus. So why don't you hold on to this faith? When undeniable fact meets unshakable faith, let faith win, and trust me, you will never and ever regret it. This is our T Diaries. Let me know in the comment section. What is that one thing? One thing that is actually cramping you, killing you before even your time.